What's up guys, how you all doing? For today's video I'm going to show you how to install honey supers. Let's check this out. Wow, look how many bees out here. That's insane. This is a healthy hive. Smoke them up a little bit so I can actually move that box. That's a lot of bees. First, I'm going to show you how the frames are different between brood boxes and super. You see, there is a base wax. It helps the bees to start the comb. They're going to build them. The super will just have a frame without any base wax. Before I'm gonna add a super, let me show you what I'm looking for. You see how right here it's a drawn out comb on this side, and on this side, look, there is a bunch of queen cells. So I need 5 to 7 frames, draw out combs before I can add another box like a super. So this one looks like it's definitely filled up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 frames, so I can definitely add a super to this box. Also gonna check if there is eggs, because if there is eggs, that means there is a queen. Yes, there is definitely lots of eggs. So I'm just gonna put this hive back apart. It looks good how it was. I gotta put the frames exactly same way like they used to be. The honey flow starts in like 3 days, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add a super. Around where I live, it's May 1st. That's when the honey flow starts, and that's where I'm gonna harvest lots of honey. First thing we're gonna do, let's smoke them a little bit, so that way they can hide and I don't squish any of them. And then I got here queen excluder. What it is, that way the queen cannot go up to the super box and lay eggs in there. So we want just to keep it only honey in there. Boom. The workers are much smaller than the queen, so the queen cannot go through to the super box and lay eggs in there. That's why we're doing this. Then we're going to set the super box on top of it. We're gonna make sure everything lined up with the other box. And this is what I'm talking about. The super frames does not have this base wax. It's just empty frames. We're gonna put them like that. Then I will need this kind of tool right here, gadget, whatever you wanna call it. And here's the 8-layer frames fits into here. So we're going to take out 2 frames because this is a standard 10-frame hive. We're going to take out 2 of them, and then we're going to spread it around. We're just going to spread it all around a little bit, just like that. Each little piece have to go inside like this. Let's see. And then we go like that. Up and down, and that way it will line up perfectly. You see, it has these big spaces between each frame. Why are we doing this? Because now the bees can make the comb a lot thicker, and that way we can, with 2 less frames, we can harvest way more honey this way. At least this is what my beekeeper told me, the beekeeper guide who teaching me. So this is what I'm supposed to do, and this way, instead of having 10 frames, I have 8 frames spaced out perfectly, but I will get way more honey than I will get with 10 frames. So we'll see if this gadget works. And we are all done, and I just need to close them up. And boom. Look at them fanning the hive right now, because it's either too hot in the hive, but probably because I just smoked them, so they're fanning it to get rid of all the smoke from the hive. How beautiful is this? So cute. Also, have you noticed that I always work the bees from the back, because you don't want to work in front of the entrance. It will agitate them and they'll get upset and try to attack you. So always work your bees behind the hive. Okay, same thing we're gonna do with this hive. Oh yeah, you see there's full of drawn out comb. This is nice. That looks good. I'll set it aside. You see, I think all these are drawn out combs, more than 5 and 7, so definitely they need more space. Look, all that is almost fully drawn out. This is nice. Wow. This is like the best hive actually. Looks like. Again, looking for eggs and larvae. Yep, see bunch of larvae and eggs, so that means there's a queen and it's healthy, it's laid. Beautiful, definitely beautiful hive. I'm gonna put it all back. Wow, this hive has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drawn out comb, at least 6.5. So I can definitely add on another box and not worry about that. I'm giving them too much space because they need more space. Look at that. Look at them right there putting honey in a comb. It's so beautiful. Okay, thumbnail is done. Now let's put them all back in. I'm honestly super surprised that none of my hive died and survived and doing so well. Because if you ask anyone that when you get a beehive, start with 2 hives, because if one hive dies, at least you learn what you do wrong. But this is crazy that none of my hives actually died since I started beekeeping last year. So I'm really fortunate and really happy about that. Same thing, don't forget the bee, don't forget queen excluder. And then I'm just gonna add a super box. So we'll make sure everything is really tight together. Very important. That looks good. Again, I'm going to take out 2 frames. And spread those around. There you go. That's it. I love that tool. Makes it much easier. And then I'm going to close them back up. Shake off some of those bees. I'm going to take this box away. I don't need to feed them. And I'm just going to close them off and they're ready to go. Super box is done on a second hive. Really fun and really easy. And I'm going to close them off. Boom.